about that. Are the next stage for marching. Start off by double checking for spelling errors in this one, and then start the flash there. Ignore all for HR, ignore all for Rooknajokel, ASFs, ignore all for ALATs, lies, ignore all for Billabug, ignore all for Bit, ignore all for Amua, ignore all for Cadmus, ignore once for ignore all ignore all for no clouds. Correct all. Epic, Arceps, Toms, ASF. Delta V, ignore all for ISAPs, Ursinians, Arvel, LRMs, FSVs, Marians, Arvels, Alat, Holotank, Boss. Ignore all for Sapan. Hey. Yeah. Or all for Archmage. Honestly, Jun is at this point, like if Jun had started out on a magic, say had access to a proper magical education, they would totally be an Archmage at this. They would probably totally have the reserves to be an Archmage at this point. They're like 7 tiers above, say they're like 6 tiers above basic thing. Yeah. Are you using it in are you using it in mobile? Because what do you call it? There are a lot of issues. So there are a lot of issues with older systems where the mobile version is like it's not designed properly for mobile. Yeah. So. Turrets. Then I have no idea. It will be safer than here. Nice. Yeah, yikes. The officer from the Illyrian Aerospace Force continued on with the depressing deluge. Hey Alan, I'm just posting the update. Say the next chapter of marching before I work on the MCQ update. Yikes. Okay, is this gonna be a bot? I have suspicions. Oh god, damn it. Uh, 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 was an excellent way to see everything. Excellent. Base mission to base resource efficient. Produce. Prototypes. Yeah. Uh, uh, hmm, uh, area forces. Great. Hard on it. Caution. Almost up. Was fast enough to act as A bomber that could keep the ground-based force busy while enemy then being able to make something. Hello, how are you doing, Jennifer? Doing good, doing good. I'm just working on a story that I'm just uploading the latest chapter for a story that I'm working on. And if I do this right, I should be ready to post in just I am. Well, like, I'm not doing that right now, but I do software development. I just don't have as much time for it right now as I usually would, because usually I would be doing that stuff. So I would be usually doing that stuff after I finish my scheduled stuff and stream, but I have some guests over that I must take care of, and that will be a rather more immediate priority for the moment. Okay, we're doing this post. Okay. Post. Save. Post. Save. Okay. So now that that's done, I do the Mercenary Clan quest update, and then I do. I'll go back to writing the. I haven't played in a while, but I do intend to finish Hollow Knight in a bit, and then move back to Silksong. I've been trying to beat Pantheon 5 for a while, on account of I basically just say I started playing a Hollow Knight a long time after I first heard of it, and I learned about the Embrace the Void ending, or whatever the Void ending, whatever it is. And I decided that that is my favorite ending, and that is the only ending that I will allow myself to reach. So despite the fact, kind of, I'm more into RPGs and story mode games, yeah. I did play Apex for a while, but that was a long time ago. So we need to do. Oh wait, I missed the actual arc. Actually, it should be animated, but yeah, this is I did the art for this. Herzig did the rigging a long time ago, and I am slowly working on my next model. I do one day wish to have 366 models, but that is a long-term goal, like a very say a far future goal. The art, or are you mean working on my next model? I am indeed working on my next model myself. I want to break the, so I want to be able to do the. I want to be able to do. I want to be able to rig my models in the future. Basically, everything you see on screen is done by me, right? I do have StreamerBot for some stuff, but I'm planning on replacing that. No, not at the moment. But yeah, I do use StreamerBot at the moment, but I do want to replace that. But like the HTML and stuff for the overlay is stuff I did custom. The automations are all custom. My website is something I did myself. I don't physically host the server myself, but it's running on a VPS. So everything from the actual server program up is my own work. Yada 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 yada. So yeah, it's not that like I think that I can do a better job than people. It's just that I like to do things myself when I can. Lets me do weird, funky stuff like my live link. If it'll remember which platform you prefer. You can drop by the Discord. There is an art tag, and there's also a self-promotion tag, like channel, and yeah. Oh. Major to action. Reaction. And yeah, there's also just a general art tag. The Zed drops by every so often and shares some of his work. And I've got a little bit of mine. Well, not so that was a lot. So not recently though. Anyways, I will have to do some more art sometime soon. On Discord? Maybe after the stream. I try not to get too distracted from stuff going on. Yeah, maybe I'll take some time to do that. Cheers. If there's about the recent, it is the fact there is plenty. If there's one good thing about recent expansions, it's the fact that there is plenty of space for people to to but for people to stay. The sprawling complex of the Elysium is not strained in the least by the influx of guests, even with through several entire. I'm joining you. Um, the additional is start to grow little, especially with the appetites the gain due to their time. No. You've only got like a few hundred, like a couple thousand people max, more max. Actually, hold on. How many people are in the clan again? Oh no, it would be. With the population, with the armies now comprising a significant proportion of the population of the valley. The basics of magical food preparation have proliferated far enough among your friends that you can do is that you can manage it for um uh, 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 that you ooh, nice. Basics of magical food preparation. You can manage it. Uh, uh, mm, uh, basics of magical food. That means you need to properly say which brings you to the meeting. Uh, 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 mm, And it also provides the perfect to go over the ongoing chaos of the war. With the targets in sight, there is only so much are able to. There is no time to change. You rush forward through the darkness, leaving the light of the burning guard point behind you as you race towards the deeper areas of the cave. As you emerge out, you are met with several mages. You're met with several uh, foreign mages. So the magic you can sense deeper within the caves remains active, seemingly shifting, though the immense working moves at a cantankerous pace. As you drop drop into the caves, Carl sends for his initial spears a bundle of streaking across the with breaking flap of thunder that sends stalactites and sends rock flying. These mages prove rather more capable though. This is the lightning bolt. Lanral has a telekinetic magic. So Lanral's magic is effectively a really scaled down accelerator from Index, like Scientific Index. Basically, he can, or if you're familiar with Worm, he's very similar to Ballistic. That's basically his power set. His power set is he can pick objects in his vicinity and yeet them at targets. That is the foundations of his magic. Is anything within a certain radius of him, he can impart significant amounts of momentum to nigh instantly. You just gave him something very good to throw at people. More capable, at least in comparison to those you saw you face at sea. Only the one that had been directly targeted by. Bold. Almost instantly, they called up. Called up barriers of some kind. Either pulling up walls, or in the unfortunate case of the one directly the path of the bolt, forming shield formed of the air itself that you I'm thinking if it'll wrap up on Monday. Sure, that you note does halt the bolt for a fraction of a second before it forces its way through regardless. Despite that, however, they are not particular skill that actually outcome guaranteed I know what I'm doing with this. This works. Collapse the cave on the mages performing the. It seems as though. Kill the mages till they are involved in the. Destroy the focus board. They're uh close quarters combat. And as Tommy and the rest of your forces close the gap, they are able to push them onto the back. But quite easy. Actually, this wouldn't be a guaranteed success. Hold on. Assault finale. Due Monday. This will this outcome attempt to disrupt your own. Collapsing the cave means killing everyone inside and basically sealing them in and saying they're a problem for later, right? You can decide to come back later and try and dig them out. You will know roughly where they are, and unless someone else gets there in time to extract things, you will be able to dig up, well, the crushed remains of whatever is there. But it will also make it very difficult for you to grab the stuff right now. Destroy option 2. No, but that's a Vatan thing, not a god thing. Unless you can call on him specifically if you're just planning on setting the storm wild. Basically, if you want to empower the storm beyond their control. That's effectively the only safe-ish way to call upon Vatan in this situation. I'm not going to spoil what each of the options does. That's why I'm giving you until Monday, because I do want to see what you guys think of. Like, this is fairly obvious. You're basically bringing down the roof on them to basically say, okay, we are dealing with this in the most straightforward way possible. We're going to drop a bunch of rocks on them. Option 2 is just use the fact that stuck with the ritual and just kill them. That's going to have its own effects. Destroying the focus of the ritual, it'll come up in a second, but the ritual is focused around like this central, like furnace-like structure that will be there, and destroying that will obviously have physical implications on the ritual. And then there is obviously mess with your own magic. Her blades easily pass through their robes. So her daggers easily slipping between their bones, deep there. In moments, it is once again if not the winds have picked a howling gale echoing through the Yep. I mean, like, whatever you do, like, you'll see in a moment, because I still need to write the you coming across the ritual scene. Echoing through the caves as you push towards the powerful concentration of magic you sense below. Arrayed around a strange structure built over a bubbling pool of water is our 9 mates, each chanting and currently waving their hands up as they carefully shape a complex magical working between the between all a brilliant flame, brilliant light, one not born flame shines out from this from the middle of their circle. And even as you approach them, they do not make any move to stop you. And you can see why. Powerful magic, powerful energies whirl around the confined space. And then you have to carefully cross the walls as you move closer to them. You can feel the power, the magic whip against your spirit. Mystics and storm to mirror the physical one above your enemies seems are at your mercy. The storm, or the one that you tried to buy? The storm that Vatan sent against you is stronger than this. Yes. Yeah. The storm that Vatan sent against you is significantly stronger than this one, right? That one was like divinely empowered, and it was a storm that stretched over an immense area. Even now, like even while it's contained, like if I were to update this map, I would probably add like a permanent black splotch around here that describes the space that is continuously covered by storms. Here, what's happening is more along the lines of they're creating the storms and sending it across the valley this way, right? Through around a couple of mountains and stuff. This has been going on for ages. And I need to do the other part of the first thing. Your recent... it is eating up the parts of the storm that get to... that get past the valley, right? as long as they get close enough to Tetsuchi Machi, like over here-ish, then they do get swept up, but they will pass over the compound in the meantime. And by the thing is, it's really very strong over here. It's weaker here to the point where it's basically fairly unpleasant daily rains, but it's not like a proper storm. It just makes it really annoying to farm. And then it gets over here and gets eaten up by the storm. So yeah. Operation against your operation against the storm has been against the individuals calling the storm. Yeah, you can totally ask Takabi for help with interfering with the storm. So that will have to be a specific vote. Has thrown the orchid court into something of a state of chaos. Currently, the mages say, as your own forces, now unhindered by, as the aerial route. As one of their major advantages, pushing down the passes is broken. It seems that your push has won you something mine for you. Your allies are the tactics that the orchid court has applied, it has made use of. So the Kumachi seem quite interested in the Empowerment potion. Nope, it would not interfering with, say, the ritual ending would not like, as long as you don't directly involve him in the ending of the ritual, Vatan won't particularly care. Like, either way, um like, he's more inclined to want the effects controlling the storm gone. So he is also pleased by the fact that there is an immensely powerful storm working its way into the history of the Crossroads continent. So that's a thing. The mortal force seem more concerned about the influence of these foreign mages. While many of them still believe that the sages, while their true purpose has not yet covered, we say they say several of the gods they have called upon for advice are not exactly happy with the proliferation of magically enhanced animals. Especially let loose into the wild as they have. Okay. There we go. Yeah, about half an hour. I can do some planning for. Okay, cheers. Okay, so we're starting with Jun catching up with what happened in the coalition, including the induction of new St. Andrews stuff. So we want the other deep jump ships. We want the production run of the the second run of the Norley fighters. Yeah, that makes sense. These are all technologies. Technologies known to the highest level of with clearance. Specifically the the new L2 pump, lasers. Let's user defense lights label. What would be expanded satellite tech? Notepads on V2 now. Let's say upgraded annually ISAPs with L2 laser system. Later chapters. But or now. Establishment of oh, recovery effort. With let's say expanded beer gel and other what's this bioreactor source food production means that there's enough to go around now. Even if the food isn't great, but the farms have started to work. They started to recover, with efforts going towards rebuilding. Most of the population has been concentrated on has been concentrated new farm the when it comes to comes to manpower. A lot of the freed slaves have been brought to more arable planets and been given support for given support to help set up farm. Major issues with the major medical issues, mainly stemming from chronic injury. The basic stuff has long since been dealt. But there's a lot of and lingering injuries from their time under the on time in captivity. Also some issues with just general injuries, but Battle Blue will help immensely. They have already started work on a 0G manufactory for it, just waiting for Jun to return final design. That is unfortunate. I think I have. Okay, we just got a reconnection, but I think that's a bad sign. Production is due to start within the and materials are already learns about the plans to create try to settle it on some new planets following the tensions between the now the new planet due to the integral part that bit plays in Victus Coalition politics. But that's where we will wrap up. Cheers, everyone. Bye.